What's going on? Told you I'll be back. Might be a little late. Almost forgot, but I'm here. So I'm gonna go over because I think my past two videos I went over the planets and the houses and their little stories, um, and like how the planets when they're in your when in your certain sign, like how you get these certain energies and act certain ways. So I'm gonna give y'all the keywords now, so that way y'all can go and do y'all's due diligence or whatever, and kind of tie it to the stories. So the first house would be personality, like projecting a self-image. So the sun would be bright, naturally confident, sometimes too self-assured. The moon would be receptive, reflective, maternal, and defensive. Mercury will be intelligent, talkative, persuasive, and anxious. Venus will be kind, affectionate, appreciative, flirtatious, and possessive. Mars will be courageous, active, skillful, and or reckless. Jupiter would be generous, expansive, tolerant, and permissive. Saturn be serious, sensible, reliable, and restricting. Uranus would be electric, inventive, objective, and erratic. Neptune would be fascinating, mystical, spiritual, intangible, and unclear. And Pluto would be indomitable, regenerative, undermining, and threatening. That was the keywords for the planets in the first house. Okay. The second house would be possessions, holding on to objects and feelings. So the sun will be creative, hardworking, businesslike, and inflexible. The moon will be fortunate, needs to have a risk of overdependence. Mercury, intelligent in business, may push ideas too hard. Venus will be drawn to things of beauty, possessive. Mars strives for possessions and values, aggressive. Jupiter glories in possessions at risk of overindulgence. Saturn, principled rewards come only through hard work. Uranus has unusual possessions and change in fortune. Neptune needs sharp focus to turn dreams into practical reality. And Pluto masters insecurity to gain lasting riches. That was the second house, possessions and Taurus. The third house would be short journeys, how we communicate. So the sun will be natural source of information and learning. So it's the planets. So like if you have in your natal chart, which is your chart when you're born with the planet alignments, with the houses of your sign and stuff, or your sign and the houses with planets in the houses. So like if the sun was in the third house when you were born, so you'll be a natural source of information and learning. So these are just the key words for your attributes and abilities or your planet alignments and stuff of that matter. So the moon, keen to know, thirsty for information, including gossip. Mercury, quick thinking, naturally curious, and unquacious. Eoquacious. Iouacious. Venus, good with siblings and neighbors, prefer to hear good news. Mars, forcefully communicator, challenging ideas. Jupiter, keen to expand understanding. Saturn, considers ideas carefully, tends to hold back. Uranus, has original ideas that upset some and excite others. Neptune, finds it easier to be understood in spiritual or artistic situations. Pluto, pos- poses deep questions that may upset convention. Convention. The fourth house, home and parents, the foundation of our social values. The sun identifies strongly with home and family. The moon is nurturing, home loving, finds stability vital. Mercury, bright and intelligent, has a home life full of variety. Venus prefers beautiful, friendly, comfortable environment. Mars, restfully active and independent, avoid aggression. Jupiter, idealistic, generous parent, needs a good sized home. Saturn, can create reliable foundations through hard rules and lessons. Uranus, changeable or unconventional home life. Neptune, fantasizes about dream time. Pluto, mastery comes from living with uncertain undercurrents. The fifth house, creativity, directing our creative energies. The sun, creative, childlike, fun loving. Moon, entertaining and encouraging and hedonistic. Mercury is confident with words and ideas, needs objectivity. Venus appreciates beauty, reveals in pleasure. Mars, competitive with a taste for risk and possibly gambling. Jupiter, enthusiastically creative, generous towards children. Saturn has a more serious and responsible approach to pleasure. Uranus, original and innovative creativity and offspring. Neptune, fascinating, will give anything to find a muse for inspiration. Pluto has obsessive and often overwhelming creative urge. The sixth house, work and wealth, functioning affection, functioning effectively. Sun, hard work, responsible, cares for self too. Moon, deeply concerned about own and others' health. Mercury, best working and communications are cataloging but avoiding mental stress. Venus, insecure without a pleasant and healthy work atmosphere. Mars, enjoys vi- vigorous work, fiends to be over competitive, tends to be over competitive. Jupiter, strongly committed to work, must be very overcommitted. Saturn, best if control of work and health, not controlled by them. Uranus, suited to electronics or social work, attracted to the erratic and revolutionary. Neptune, try to be sensitive to others while taking care of own needs. Pluto, bravely faces bravely faces unnerving challenges in work and health. The seventh house, relationships, relating to others and the world. The sun, relationships are central to life, making us shine. Moon, accommodating and supportive, perhaps over anxious. Mercury, keen to talk through issues through words, do not always hold the answer. Venus, loves company, cannot do enough for people. Mars, drawn to challenging and exciting relationships that are not always stable. Jupiter, keen to bring people together and focus their idealism. Saturn, strong and reliable relationships can be difficult, but persistence bears fruit. Uranus, drawn to unusual and electric connections that can stimulate and unnerve. Neptune, sharing a fascination with art, fashion, and music helps to focus relationships. Neptune, let me repeat, sharing a fascination with art, fashion, and music helps to focus relationships. Pluto, relationships tend to be roller coasters of uncertainty. The eighth house, intimacy. Doing a live right now. The eighth house, intimacy, sharing values and feelings. This success, sun, fascinated by the sun in the eighth house, intimacy. Sorry, I was lost where I was at. The sun, fascinated by knowing and sharing. Moon, drawn to thrilling, passionate involvements, may create enemies. Mercury, naturally curious to understand, can seem nosy. Venus, loves to share and feel provided nothing is lost. Mars, courageous and effective, but best to avoid causing schisms. Jupiter, makes full use of others and their resources. Saturn, responsible and restrained, but may block understanding by denying desire. Uranus may find the unusual surprises open, may find that unusual surprises open the mind, leading to unexpected opportunities. Neptune may find situations unclear if honestly shared convictions are lacking. Pluto may become more focused by living with insecurity. The ninth house, the long journeys. All right. Long journeys, the ninth house. Finding meaning in life. Sun, outward looking, strong convictions. Natural traveler. The moon, expansively imaginative, supportive, unrealistic. Mercury, keen to know and learn everything, maybe overconfident. Venus, loves to be on the move to explore and know. Mars seeks adventure and meaning and active living in busy places. Jupiter, explorer, philosopher, idealist. Saturn, a realist, may be in exile or have many problems overseas. Uranus, drawn to revolutionary interests and beliefs. Neptune, fascinated by spiritual explorations but not always satisfied. Pluto, drawn to unusual and dangerous places and possibilities. The 10th house, public image, seeking social status. The Sun, confident, looked up to self conscious. Moon, popular, ambitious, intuitive, seeks recognition. Mercury, easily noticed, communicator, natural spokesperson. Venus, attractive, admired, irresistible. Mars, ambitious, highly charged, challenging, successful. Jupiter, important, likable, easy to follow. Saturn, serious, sensible, controlling. Uranus, inventive, inventive, changeable, and disruptive. Neptune, fascinating, sympathetic, and unfathomable. Fathomable. Pluto, unusual, difficult to understand, exciting to follow. The 11th house, friendship and service, how we serve others. Sun, sociable, identity bound up with other needs. Moon, tolerant, helpful, permissive, needs friends. Mercury, informative, keep keen on study groups. Venus, devoted to friends and harmonious communities. Mars, rebel with causes, especially for the underdog. Jupiter, has idealistic community spirit, wants to include and help everyone. Saturn, takes on too many responsibilities or seeks to avoid them. Uranus, wants everyone included, may be idosyn- idiosyncratic in groups. IDIOSYNCRATIC. Um, where was he at? Where was it? Saturn, takes on too many responsibilities or seeks to avoid them. Uranus, wants everyone included, may be idiosyncratic in groups. Neptune, puts the needs of others before self. Pluto, has powerful, even intimidating urge to influence others. And finally, the 12th house, private inner life, how we serve ourselves. The sun, creative focus, takes back seat, needs structure. The moon, devoted career in institutions, difficult to fathom private passions. Mercury, imaginative, makes secret arrangements and reports. Venus, deeply lovable, may be lost in what is loved. Mars, powerfully self reliant, not always to own or others' benefit. Jupiter, internally committed to spiritual idealism. Saturn, realist at heart but may keep problems hidden. One second. That was weird. Mm-mm. Oh yeah, Uranus. Inner rebellious seeks an outlet causing instability. Neptune. Amazing visualizations may be lost in the hidden inner world. Pluto. May master or live with inner demons or be broken by them. May master or live with inner demons or be broken by them. So yeah, that's the keywords for all the houses and the planets in the houses. So I think the next video I want to do is either going to be over the aspects of the planets and when they're trine, square. Hold on. Sound like I heard somebody out there. That's weird. Um. Oh yeah. So like trining, conjunctions, the easy flowing aspects. So we got semi-sextile, sextile, trine, square, semi-square, opposition, stuff like that. That the planets do uh, in each house towards the signs and houses. So I'll go over that a little bit. Maybe I don't know if I want to go over that quite yet because I'm still learning on that. So I want to kind of get it more down, and or maybe we could learn together. Uh, oh shit. Oh. Or let me go. Let me see what I got in my notes real quick so I can see. what I can go over with y'all. Um, I think we can, cause I don't know if I went over sigils with y'all yet. I don't know if, you know what? I know what I want to go over. Yeah, so we're gonna go over the sigils of the planets and the zodiacs. What else is there? And the elements, not just uh, earth, fire, air, and water, but stuff like sulfur, salt, and all those elements. So that means I'm gonna have to actually write them down because I don't have those elements. I have all the other ones, but not the ones in the periodic table yet written down in sigil. Because that's really important once you start getting into the magic side of things to manifest. Because you want to draw out these symbols to focus your mind state on this aspects of things. So like you know, I can't remember right now. Like it was but the way it goes is so a certain element will go with a certain planet, and each planet is connected to an organ or a chakra. So if you wanted to work on certain organs or certain parts, or you wanted to go to those planets or anything of these matters, you want to know the sigils because the sigils get you there a little bit quicker on the imagery and help you vision that because you made that image in that, you know what I'm saying, in that sigil, which is just things like these. So that's what we'll go over later, y'all.